guys, welcome to Breaking the Kira Code. This is a very in-depth course that we have created which will help you understand the different type of questions that are asked in the Kira interview, as well as giving you tips on how you can personalize each and every answer and make sure you give effective and coherent answers to whatever is thrown at you. So let's begin. So what exactly is the Kira interview? The Kira interview platform was created by this Canadian company, and this acts as a precursor to your actual interview. Before you go on face-to-face to meet with the AdCom or with an alumni, schools send you a list of predefined questions, right, which is basically chosen at random from this huge database, and you're given a stipulated amount of time to answer each and every question. Usually how it happens is that you basically get usually 30 seconds to 1 minute to prepare and 1 to 2 minutes to answer the question. These are completely random, so that makes it all the more difficult for you to go ahead and prepare for the same. But why is this really asked is schools really want to understand, okay, how would you really react when you put in the spot? They really want to see, okay, how do you think? How confident are you when it comes to answering questions which are totally impromptu? So this acts like a nice icebreaker kind of thing, right? And gives schools a way to really understand your personality even before they start. Go ahead and spend some time to interview you, right? What happens next? Right? This recording is then sent to the AdCom, to the alumni, to professors, to different people, and then you're graded on your performance over the research. Right? The whole Kira interview process can seem intimidating because you're not really used to recording yourself. But if you practice enough, you have a few mocks, if you really know the kind of questions that are asked, you'll be fine. And that's the goal of this whole course. Okay, so that was about the Kira platform. But why is this Kira interview important? There are several reasons for the same. Right? Number one, the Kira interview allows schools to see how coherent are your answers when you put on the spot. It allows them to assess how good are your communication skills. There are specific questions that are domain specific and goal specific. They are basically designed so that they can understand the schools. Here, they is the schools. The schools can understand if you're a good fit for the school, if you really thought through your career goals or not. Right? So there's some specific questions that can be on that domain. Lastly, that's like a precursor to the final interview. So the Kira interview does not cost the schools much time as such, right? So they basically, let's say, if they shortlist 60% of the total people who have applied and they make them go through the Kira round, maybe only 30% of this lot is then actually shortlisted for the interview. This saves the school time as well as money. So please take your Kira interviews very seriously because they are important, and more importantly, these are shared with the AdCom, these are shared with alumni, these are shared with professors, and everybody is asked to grade you on your performance. So you need to be confident, you need to be coherent, and you'll be fine. And next video will help you understand how can you really prepare for the different kind of questions that are asked and be coherent. Okay, before we really go into the questions, here are a few tips that you should really imbibe if you want to do well in the Kira interview. Right? Number one, you get about a minute to prepare, so take notes. Have pen and paper ready, take proper notes with bullet points so that they can guide your answer. Second, use the answer time optimally. You get around 1 minute to 2 minutes to answer depending on whichever interview or whichever school you're taking up. Use that time. Don't give 1 minute answers for a 2 minute slot. Right? That is just shabby and ill-prepared. Try to cover at least 75% of the question and use the notes time, right? The preparation time that is given to you to take proper notes so that you can have enough content that you can use that 2 minutes to its full extent. Again, the fact that you get time to make notes does not mean that you can read it out. So make sure you're not just glancing on the notes again and again or reading something out. That's a big no-no. Because it's on Skype or it's on the Kira platform, make sure you have a stable internet connection. Make sure you're sitting in a well-clean, well-lighted area. Yeah? That's very important. Having dresses or curtains open as such, right? Or maybe sunlight just streaming from behind you, right, can give a very shabby appearance. So make sure that you're sitting in a nice, well-lighted area and with light on your face so that you can come up as nice and confident. So that's more or less about the different kind of Kira preparation tips that we can give you. One important tip is dress formally. Don't think that it's just because it's a recorded interview you can just wear any t-shirt and just go ahead and just speak everything out loud. Make sure you dress formally, it never hurts. So have at least a shirt and tie, or have at least or be suited up. That'll really help you.